Woo 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 woo. We've got the lovely commentators Lelius, Sephiroth, and Shadowman to commentate this great matchup here. Two veterans of the game. We've got JBD or Kokusho, and we've got DSkinner. Both of these guys have gone very far in playlists before. Skinner has been a champion a couple of times. Kokusho has the playoffs bracket curse. He just recently broke his his 8th place and got to 4th place. Is that right?
Yeah, he went out
his curse. So now he's got a new curse to break, but he's as always he's hoping to. Any opening remarks here, Zelius, Sephiroth, about the matchup? You think?
Well, historically, Skinner has gone into his matches versus Kokusho. I think that it's definitely safe to say that Kokusho is probably one of the most consistent players in the league. If you check the stats tab on our document, the dude has like an 80-something% win rate. It's absolutely astronomical. And I think with that sometimes comes a little bit of a reputation, right? So like you can easily psych yourself out when you play him. And I think Daniel has done that. Skinner has done that multiple times in a row, honestly. So he's definitely, as someone from his team, looking to finally rectify that situation this time and pull out a dub. So I think he's got a really solid plan. And most of the Pokemon that came look like Pokemon that we prepped for. So it just hinges on him being able to stick to it.
Sweet. Yeah. What about you, Ben? What do you think about Kokusho's chances here? Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited to see the Terra Mind games in this matchup. Obviously, this is our first match of the season, so really, really excited for this one. Just a couple things to note. Gotta look out for that. Celesteela. But he does have the Thunderous to really check it whenever it's in. Porygon also getting access to plenty of moves that hit Celesteela. Celesteela is definitely going to be like Skinner's best wall probably this season. We have the Xurkitree that I'm excited to see. I know that thing gets access to Energy Ball. Terra Grass, that thing is going to be kind of an explosive counter to some things, especially like ground type walls. So yeah, anyways, I say we get into it. If I can type.
I'm excited to see these leads. I think that this is just going to be a game of information gathering.
Absolutely.
And historically, Kokusho has enjoyed keeping the same lead because he likes to find something that works really well and stick with it for the duration of the game.
I think that really lends itself to how he's such a consistent player. He really has a strong game plan in mind when he drafts his team at the beginning of the season, and the only variations he really makes, depending on matchup, are simply move sets and pivoting things. Usually, he keeps his lead pretty much the same. So, I think that really speaks to how he thinks about the game in general. Not even a little bit, no.
Now, the Intimidate is good, and obviously neither of these Pokemon, as we can see, are running Clear Amulet. However, Surging Strikes from Urshifu just completely invalidates it.
Right, because of the crit, you don't need to worry about any kind of stat drops. I'm wondering what this Hawlucha's doing. Yeah, obviously he does not love his Pokemon, so this is definitely like a protagonist from the DSkinner side and an antagonist on the side of Kokusho, so... that's clear narrative happening here. I'm curious to see what this Hawlucha does. If it's going to switch out or if it's going to stay in and do something tricky. Obviously, I think Hawlucha gets coaching. So if he wanted to raise that defense, he could. Thunder is definitely threatening Urshifu quite a bit here. Which I believe is faster. Yeah, by 5. So
it's a quick mon, Thunderous, but actually, as we figured out in prep, Thunderous is Kokusho's fastest Pokemon.
No.
Yeah, that does make sense.
people who are coming in, if you
I
could
did
mute
mute him. It's okay.
yourselves
I got him.
on entry. Thank
Yep.
you. Yeah, so 101 base speed is like decent speed tier, but not anything crazy. And the fact that that's Kokusho's fastest Pokemon without really a clear trick rumor other than Indeedee. I don't know. It was definitely something that caught me by surprise when kind of looking at his team with Skinner.
Yeah, I think Drifloon obviously getting access to Tailwind is going to augment the speed of this team quite a bit going forward in the season. Electro Web. Oh my goodness. Oh. So we do not have max speed.
Now that's 100% a Scarf Thunderous. Because Hawlucha should have been faster.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yes, it is definitely scarfed. Unless this thing does not have speed investment, which would be a little shocking to me.
Yeah, as a person who helped Skinner prep for this, it definitely does.
Yeah,
so that's definitely very, very clear information gathering there. The Rock Tomb is really interesting in my opinion.
I'm thinking that Kokusho thought that would kill Hawlucha, the Electroweb plus Rock Tomb. That's probably why he went for the Rock Tomb. So there may be just a tiny little bit of defensive investment on the side of Skinner. He probably knew that Hawlucha would have speed investment to try and outspeed Thundurus. So definitely interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's really interesting. The 3% hang on is definitely super, super clutch because the Tailwind completely invalidates. Yep. So we've got Landorus going down here, and then
Rock Slide
into Arachnid. Flinch. No. So
okay, that gets rid of his Terralize Pokemon.
Yeah, and Kokusho hasn't popped his yet. So Porygon Z.
And there's Porygon Z. We're looking at the prime candidate here.
Now we know, however, that Porygon Z cannot be running Scarf because Thundurus is. So definitely this.
This is to me looking like just a classic discharge coming out of Circuitry here. I don't think he really cares on the side of Skinner. I don't think he really cares much if Hawlucha goes down this turn. Discharge is going to hit like a truck, and then something else can come in under Tailwind and be fast next turn. So, I'm not really sure how Araquanid escapes with its life in this situation. Just besides protecting this turn.
If he is holding on to a Terra Ground, that could be really, really crazy.
That could be clutch, yeah, for sure.
That might be his play here at the very end. Obviously, you don't want to try and read that situation because you might throw the game if you get it wrong. But it'll be really good information gathering for Ghost type.
Terra Ghost.
Okay.
And Dazzling Gleam.
Oh
my goodness. Oh my goodness, it lives.
Oh, and he lets it. Oh my goodness.
I would not be shocked to see a double protect right here. Hisuian Electrode is a very, very speedy Pokemon, so even after Tailwind goes down, that thing will be going first.
Yeah, Max 222 is out of this world. Probably one of the fastest Pokemon in the unboosted metagame. So
I want to say it has a base speed of 150, if I'm not mistaken.
Something
140. Okay, yeah.
It's very up there, and in a Tailwind too. I mean, like it gets
this thing's outspeeding anything on the field under Tailwind for sure.
Gosh, another tough roll. It looks like on Kokusho's part that
that 4% live is pretty critical. Yeah.
Terra Ghost adaptability. Not pulling it through. See, okay, and so we see kind of like a pairing in this matchup here. We have an offensive Terra from Skinner with the Surging Strike's Water on Urshifu to just do bukus of damage. Woo!
Oh, under Tailwind, that's even stronger.
An Electro Ball under Tailwind.
Oh my gosh. Goodness.
Wow. That probably was doing what, like base 120, 150 damage?
Oh, easily. Yeah, that was a super strong Electro Ball.
I gotta say, I'm sorry, Skinner. I know you're gonna listen back to this and you're gonna get mad at me, but the Dazzling Gleam, I don't quite know if that was the move. Definitely it not being stab and discharge getting to put Araquanid in the ground that game probably would have been more of a net positive. But you know what? He pulled it out. That roll, definitely saving his life a little bit, but that was a good first showing from both players. And as I was saying earlier, we had an offensive Terra on Skinner's part, but then a defensive Terra to bait the close combat from Hawlucha onto the Ghost Porygon Z. So definitely showing kind of both sides of that, and I think it's a good kind of way to start off the season. We got the next battle up?
I do have it up, yes.
All right, so what kind of adjustments do we think we're looking at here for Game 2?
Game 2, the lead definitely is probably going to be switched up, almost assuredly, after that first unlucky roll, Game 1. I don't know how you can justify leading the same thing when you already know that Hawlucha could survive and set Tailwind again.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely don't want to be dealing with Hisuian Electrode, Electro Ball under Tailwind again, because that was a horrific idea. I had
just
never,
absolutely nasty.
Yeah, I've never thought about that before in my entire life until just now. So that was a pretty interesting idea from Skinner to draft the Hisuian Electrode. I think he got it either 7th or 8th, so it's a great pickup.
Yeah, it was his last pick. He's actually been looking at that for a really long time, just because it gets, I think, dual screens. It gets multiple terrains because it's grassy and electric.
Right.
And it, at base 150 speed, I think it gets Eerie Impulse too for a quick like -2 special attack drop.
Nice, yeah. It's a sweet Pokemon. I know somebody on our team as well was looking to pick it up last, and Skinner just nabbed it before it was able to get back to him.
Yeah, I think it was a definitely sick pickup. There being another Electrode that essentially I think has the same speed, but kind of without the defensive. Well, actually, Electric's only weak to ground, so I don't know. Who's to say? They could probably both be argued in favor or against.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a Thunderous Drifblim here. If he can eliminate Urshifu, since he knows it's Terra Water and can't tear it to ground to get rid of its Electric-type weakness, I would not be surprised to see, instead of Electro Web, maybe just a Thunderbolt to kill it outright, and then get your Tailwind up with Drifblim to just fight the Tailwind from Hawlucha. Since we know that it's Scarfed, and if it locks into Thunderbolt, I don't think that's a really big issue. He only has a Lightning Rod Pokemon, obviously, but it didn't come last game, so he could feel pretty safe in at least being able to dish out damage, or not waste a turn going into an immunity.
So
pretty good prep.
Now we know for sure that Hawlucha is faster. Double speed, even up against a Scarf Thunder S, it's just he's not outspeeding anymore.
This is definitely interesting, since maybe Kokusho had the idea to just kill the Hawlucha so you don't have to deal with Tailwind, but with the Psychic Seed special defense boost, it might live a Discharge or even a Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I think this is definitely all around net positive, because he gets to set Tailwind, and then we have a water here so that nothing can be. There goes Indeedee.
Another
Electro Web situation, but I mean that's not. Oh, if he could bring in Drifblim here potentially, if he brought it this game, and then it could get its own Unburden proc. Yep, great. So he gets to set his own Tailwind here.
145. Yeah, this should be faster than at least Urshifu.
I'm not entirely sure.
No, especially after the Unburden from the Hawlucha itself. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I feel like potentially Drifblim might be able to catch Hawlucha at -1 since it's +2.
That'd be tough.
Oh, I forgot. I
Tailwind.
forgot about Tailwind.
Yeah, it's quadrupled essentially. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, that's and what's hard here for Kokusho is that he can't even protect Thunderous, A, because it's scarfed, and B, because it's Urshifu.
I'm not sure that he's really going to be worried about it. Because if we're outspeeding Urshifu with Tailwind, then we're outspeeding with Thunderous as well. Not Halucha, obviously, but Urshifu, which is doing the copious amounts of damage this game.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting turn. It depends on who Skinner decides he wants to kill, right? Because Terra Water Surging Strikes is going to take out either of these Pokemon, I feel. Unless maybe they've got unless Drifloon has a, well, no. Yeah, I think either one of them go down here. So is it, you know what Thunderous is going to click because it's scarfed. So do you target down the Drifloon so it can't set anything up for what comes in next? Or do you take out Thunderous and hope that Drifloon...
If this is actually unburdened, I think it might... Is it not faster than a -1 Urshifu Rapid Strike? It should, in theory, be. Because it's double speed, and this is double speed, but it's also at -1.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's not that much slower, so... Drifloon should be able to get up Tailwind before Urshifu takes it out, and in turn, Thunderous after Tailwind will be faster than Urshifu Rapid Strike.
So we can at least take care of Urshifu then.
Yeah, I expect another... Oh, that is the play. See if the flinch comes out. And there it is.
Oh my...
Double flinch!
Double! Holy moly. Wow.
Was that Thunderous just faster without Tailwind than Urshifu? That's crazy.
Holy moly.
Goodness gracious. That is a nasty double flinch.
Oh, I mean, Kokusho has got to be feeling just... Oh, wow. I mean, I would be feeling bad about that one.
That hurted a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. At least you can go for the same game plan this turn. You are gonna eat another Rock Slide here, but if you get flinched again, that's just Game Freak at that point. It's the win was out of your hands if you get flinched twice in a row trying to set Tailwind for your other Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, that's the game we play, and that's the risk we run. So even if Drifloon gets to set Tailwind here,
Porygon Z will not be faster than... well, actually, it's -1, so it will be faster than Urshifu. We know that Urshifu doesn't have much speed investment because...
Yeah, it definitely seems like...
Right,
we got a Ghost. We have another Rock Slide come out. Do we get...
No, there is the Tailwind. Oh, but the flinch on the Porygon! And that will almost assuredly seal the game. Goodness gracious.
Yikes, man. I mean, shit. It does not feel great.
Wow. Wow. That was a brutal game, too. Goodness gracious. Oh, my.
70. I mean, what are we even going to talk about in these interviews, man? That was... I mean, it just...
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Honestly, Kokusho might have had better luck just stepping away from the PC for that game, too. Goodness gracious.
God dang, dude. I mean... Yikes.
All right, let's get oh gosh, let's get some interviews going. Who do we invite Kokusho first?
I guess.
Yeah,
Bring him in, dude.
Oh no. Oh goodness.
Wow. What a way to freaking start the season. That was disgusting. Oh, hey, man. I told Skinner to pick up Hawlucha, and look where we are now.
Yeah, I guess you were correct, huh? Yeah. You're the culprit.
He named it after me, bro. That's why he won.
Kokusho, that was horrific to watch. Game 2.
I'm sorry, man. That was, I mean, just like, wow.
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
Yeah. How did you feel about Game 1?
I don't really know. I mean, it was a tough game too. He just got the advantage early, and then I couldn't come back. I didn't have any way to pivot back in my favor.
Sure. Did you expect the Electro Web into Rock Tomb to kill Halucha?
I was hoping for a kill there, yeah.
Do you know what that roll is off the top of your head?
No, I didn't have it calced.
Okay.
I knew Electro Web would be close, and I was hoping that the neutral Rock Tomb would finish it off, but I
Right.
think it was pretty bulky.
And then and also the 4% live on Zerkatree game 1 was pretty nice as well for Skinner.
Yeah, for sure. There were a lot of close ones in that game.
Yeah.
I think the rolls definitely weren't your favorite game 1, which, can be chalked up to just a little bit of bad luck, but, it comes, you can come really close and then hopefully bring it back the next game, but obviously that didn't go your way. I do want to stop for just a second on, so the Rock Tomb on Landorus, was that just because, I guess you can't obviously hit him with the ground move, and he doesn't get any flying stab of his own, right? So was Rock Tomb kind of like your best option to hit him there?
Yeah, I went back and forth a bit on whether or not to Terra him, because I had Terra Blast with Terra type flying on Landorus actually. But I decided I didn't want to commit it early, and I was kind of banking on the Rock Tomb to hit. But yeah, that was my best move, because Earthquake was an immune, and then I had knockoff on there as well, but it would have been resisted.
Mm. Yeah, okay, gotcha. And it also would have, I don't know if he'd popped his item that game, but it also would have potentially given him a boost there.
Yeah.
And yeah, so game 1 definitely just felt like rolls didn't go in your favor, and then I don't even really know if we need to talk about game 2. It's just, man, it kind of wasn't a game. It just,
I think you gotta, coming into this season, I think you definitely gotta respect the chance of just getting flinched out.
Yeah.
That was
absolutely.
one of the nice things about Dynamax, is it gave you immunity to flinches, so you had some kind of counterplay to that. Yeah.
An entire legion of our league is going to start running Covert Cloak after that, after watching that set.
Yeah, let that be a warning to everyone. I didn't have it on my team.
Yeah, it probably would have been good to run on Driftblim, but
could have got me unburdened back then.
If you had known that you were going to get flinched out like that, then I don't know that there's much you could have done anyways. Yeah, that was pretty brutal.
So, honestly, okay. I think Kokusho, that I kind of talked a little bit about how this game showed off like the difference between offensive and defensive tearing, because obviously Skinner popped it turn 1 both games, and you saved it sort of for like a like a quick like a bluff onto the close combat, which let you get off a really sick, strong Shadow Ball. I thought that was a really clever move, and I've been talking to some people in the league, and multiple people that I've talked to have said that when they're building, they feel, and I kind of feel this way too, more like defensive tearing is kind of an angle that they want to approach it from. Do you have a preference when you're building that you found during this first week?
So all of my Terras ended up being offensive, and for the most part, like I was looking for coverage. So both Landorus and Thunderous don't have good flying type stab moves, so I figured I would make them flying Terra type, and then that would give me a good set of flying coverage. And the only defensive one I really had was for the Porygon, but I thought that one made a lot of sense given that he had 2 fighting types. I thought there might be a good chance I could get him on that.
Yeah, and I think you did. And I think if that roll had killed Zerkatree there, it was definitely looking a lot more in your favor. I don't know if it was quite done yet, because he revealed that Electro Ball and Tailwind, which definitely would have popped something, but would have put you in the driver's seat for sure, I think.
Yeah, the Urshifu was really scary. I needed to be able to deal with it quicker.
Yeah, so was that sort of your thought process behind running Thunderous Scarf too, to kind of make sure that Electro Web went off and you could take out? He definitely has a lot of Pokemon that are weak to electric, so.
Yeah, that was the thought. Scarf Thunderous give me means of speed control, good damage into the majority of his team.
For sure. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I think defensive Terra is definitely a little stronger when you can Terra into an immunity like, the Ghost immunity to fighting, or like a Dark immunity to Psychic if you needed to on a fighting type Pokemon. But yeah, I think both of you definitely played that about as well as you could have. I'm just glad that it happened to you this season, Kokusho, so that I don't have to get flinched out like that. So I want to thank you personally for that one.
It's coming for all of you. Just wait your turn.
Oh God!
Oh no,
dude, Kokusho put the curse on us. We're about to get flinched to death. God dang it!
It's glad it happened to me in round 1 and not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, saving it for playoffs is probably going to bite me in the ass, no doubt. If I even get there. But anyways, thanks so much for coming for the post game interview. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, don't let that one sit with you for too long.
Yeah, that was rough.
All right. Well, do you want to bring in Skinner if he wants to come in? I don't know if he said he's good to talk.
I'll shoot him a quick ad and see if he joins.
And we needed some chaos at the beginning of the season, though. This freaking...
Hello.
Hi.
Bro.
So let's talk about game 1 first. How did you feel about the 3% live on Halucha into the 4% live on Zerkatree?
Really lucky. Well, the first game, as soon as Electroweb went off, I went, oh shit, the Thunderous is scarfed. And that's what I was pretty afraid of, that it would be scarfed. And I was not expecting to live the Rock Tomb, but it's neutral, so I guess I got... And my Halucha was like max HP, so it got kind of lucky there probably. And then the Tailwind was just enough to get me faster than the Thunderous. And then, yeah, Zerkatree probably didn't have any business living that one. But
living that roll was schnasty. Okay, wait. So I want to talk for a second about the... Was it game... It was game 2 where -1 Urshifu in Tailwind still undersped...
Thunderous, yeah. The Scarf Thunderous, yep.
Was that different game 1? He killed it first. Okay, gotcha. That's kind of what I thought. I think I misheard.
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess I thought I killed the Lando, but maybe I didn't. I don't remember.
Lando's just a tad bit slower, so getting able to go after it, turn 2 of game 1, definitely, yeah, we've got a replay going on right now. So we got the Terra Water, which I also want to take a second to talk about. The Rock Tomb roll was so close.
Yeah,
and then we get
Thunderous.
Yep. Right into the Thunderous.
Yep.
And then the Tailwind comes out, and then Halucha's back to neutral speed, and yeah, okay, gotcha. So getting to get that Tailwind off and make sure that you got the Scarfed threat out of there first puts you on top a little bit. Now, I was a little bit worried, Skinner. I said it in the match, but as you can see here, you click Dazzling Gleam rather than a Discharge.
Yeah, I was hoping I could... Since Halucha was slower than Zerk, I was really hoping I could get a CC off on PZ because I wasn't confident I could kill it, especially because everything that I had done practice, PZ went Terra Electric, and I was like, he'll resist discharge, he'll live, and then he'll smack me back. But then he Terra'd Ghost, and my CC didn't work at all, and I went, oh shit, this isn't good. Luckily, Electrode is faster than anything else, so
Yeah, we were really blown away by the under tailwind 140 base speed Electro Ball from the Electrode. That was a really interesting idea to come up with.
yeah. Yeah, he was faster than everything. Even actually, that was the play game too. When I rock slided the first time, was praying for a Driftbloom flinch, and then he probably would have killed Urshifu with an Electro Web, and then I could have brought in Electrode, and I could have slowed down because I had Scary Face on Electrode. I could have slowed down the Thunderous to make it a little more manageable. But I got the double flinch, and Urshifu just does a shitload of damage with Terra Water and Surging Strikes. And
Yeah, I think that did it feel safe to Terra Water, like knowing that no matter what happened, the guaranteed critical hits from Surging Strikes were gonna eliminate whatever Intimidate or stat drops you had to deal with this game.
yeah, that was most of the plan. Is just Terra Water and just go to town to get rid of the Intimidate boost with Surging Strikes, and then I had it calced out where Surging Strikes with Terra Water basically one-shot everything that wasn't Araquanid. And the only thing that had a chance at living was a max HP, max defense in DD Male, and it lives with like 4%.
Right.
So
Yeah. I guess my final question for you is, how does it feel going into the rest of the season, knowing that your karma is all used up that you had stored?
I mean, like,
that's what you think. I've got plenty of karma. I mean,
More karma for that
Yeah.
than 3
oh
consecutive?
yeah,
Oh gosh. Oh
Yeah.
no.
watching this game against
You were-
Los last season,
yeah.
that was
I-
nasty too.
I didn't even call it out this game, so I got
I
plenty
guess-
left.
Yeah, I guess you're not getting coal from Santa then, because yeah, I definitely don't have enough karma saved up to be able to pull that off multiple weeks. All right. Anything you two wanted to say to each other, or just in general, before we end the interviews?
GG's.
Yeah, GG, man. I got you back finally. I think that's my first win against you.
Yeah, you got me.
Well, it was the Cosmos. Like, they were like, you know what? Skinner has clicked Iron Defense enough times. He's gonna get 3 flinches in one game. Hey, by the way, Skinner, I think actually the reason that you did that is because you named your Halucha after me. So I appreciate it.
Yeah. I think that did a lot.
Well, really good games, both of you guys. A little hacks heavy for our first game of the season, so I would ask you to refrain in the future. But, really, really well played to both of you. I'm looking forward to seeing how you take your teams moving forward.
Yep.
Absolutely. All right, I think that wraps up our first marquee of the season. Congratulations, guys. We got
Alright.
here. Let's go. I'm really excited
Thanks.
for the rest of the terrestrializations and all the cool prep that we get going into a non-Dynamax format. I'm really excited for it. So, thanks for playing in our first marquee.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
You guys can unmute now if you want to. If you
Yeah,
want to.